Okay, yes, last session we have seen what is instance. We have discussed actually what is instance. Okay, and two types of instances. So very fastly, just remember, instance is basically whenever we install SQL Server one time, we are calling it as one instance, right? Yes, and in SQL Server, we have seen we have two types of instances are there. One is default instance, second one is named instance. Two types of instances, default and named instances, right? Yes. So, yeah, just check here by using SSMS, right? Through SSMS here, we can connect and work here. See here. So I'm using SQL Server Management Studio. Check here, like in the last session, we have installed one of our instance. If I say browse for more database engine, this is our instance. Okay, say connect. Just observe here, we have the instance name. It's okay. The instance names here we have. Second. Yes, check here. In the instance name, we have system name slash instance name, right? System name slash instance name. That's why this is called as a default instance, sorry, named instance, right? Whenever you see only system name, then it is a default instance, right? Yes, just connect here. Yeah, connected successfully. Now we have seen we can work with the SQL Server databases, right? And see, like it is a 15.0 version. That's why it is a 2019 version. And we have seen by using simple command also, we can check here. We are working with which version? Select at the rate version. Always remember just after typing the command, select the command and execute always. Okay, right. That is yeah, how we can check. Say right now we are working with which instance, default or named instance, and what is the version. Okay, instance version 2019. And once again, we have discussed already, our latest version is 2019. Okay. But in the organization, we have to work with 2017, 2016 as well. Okay. Right. Okay. Just check here, here, instance is nothing but separate copy of same software product. It's called instance. We can have maximum 50 instances per machine. Okay, means we can install SQL Server maximum 50 times. Every instance has its own binaries and folders. In general, here, like whenever we install SQL Server, automatically its own folders are created. Okay, its own binaries are created. I will show you. Check here, like two types of instances we have discussed already. Okay, one is default instance, whose name is equal to system name. But see here, default instance service name is MS SQL Server. Okay, service name is what? MS SQL Server. Default instance service name. Okay, right. So that's remember, if you see any service with the name MS SQL Server, then remember it's meaning that it is a default instance. Right. So that is like, yeah. Check here, like if I go to services.msc, okay, see here, uh, click somewhere, press yes. Okay, check here. This is my default instance service. Just check here. If you see SQL Server in bracket MS SQL Server, then it is a default instance service. Remaining all are named instances. Okay. Tomorrow, let's say like they are saying to stop the instance. Sometimes, let's say our Windows team, they wants to apply the patch. Okay. So generally here, they before starting patching activity, they will ask our team to stop the server, means SQL server. Stop the SQL server means what? Stopping the respective service. Okay, just here, right click here. We have seen already. We can stop here. Stop, start, restart. So once the patching is done, once Windows team confirm that the patch has been applied successfully, okay, then we can start the instance. After starting the instance, connect to the instance, and we can take the screenshot of this. Okay, we can send the mail. Okay, SQL server is started successfully. So like they say, like whenever you want to stop the instance, whenever you want to start the instance, we have to stop this main service, SQL Server service. Already we have seen, just I am repeating once again. I think today we have some new joinees. Check here very fastly once again. Right now I have connected to one of my instance. See here, MS SQL Server 03. Correct, right? Yes. So this instance has its own service here, MS SQL Server 03. Okay. Suppose here, if I right click here, if I say stop, are you sure it is saying yes? Generally, remember, like stopping is very simple only, right click stop, but compulsory approvals are compulsory for us. See, even we are managing our SQL server. So you can't stop, you can't start whenever we want. Okay, compulsory application team approval is required. AO approval is required. Understood, right? Yes. So after once the patch is applied, later what we'll do, we'll start it again. Right click start. Now remember the instance have stopped the service successfully. You can observe here, see red icon is there, right? Means like service is down, means instance is down. Okay, no one can work now. Right. So check here like check here once again, we can right click here, we can start. See here. Okay, only we have to stop and start this main service. Parallelly, you can, yeah, every instance has SQL Server and SQL Server agent. Make sure that both the services must be running always. Already we have discussed agent is for automation, right? All the scheduled activities are implemented by which service? Agent service. Queries are processed by our main service, SQL Server service, but agent is for automation. Agent is for automation. Means whenever we schedule the jobs, alerts, log shipping, replication, all these activities are implemented by agent service. Okay, that's why in production server, remember, both the services must be running. Okay, so yeah, feel free to type if any simple queries are there, simple doubts are there in the chat. Okay, don't hesitate. Any simple doubt is there, always feel free to type in the chat panel. Actually, I can, if you want, I can unmute also just to avoid disturbance in the recording. I have put all the people in mute. Okay. So if you want at any time, you can type in the chat panel if any questions are there, or if you say unmute, I will unmute. No need to worry. Just make sure that there should be no background disturbance in the recording. Just yeah, one question is there. How to create a new instance? Yeah, just by installing SQL Server, we are creating one new instance. Okay, sorry. Means by installing, yeah, we need to install SQL Server. Whenever we are installing SQL Server, it's meaning that we are creating one new instance. Okay. Right. Any other questions are there? Feel free to type. Don't hesitate. Any simple doubts are there? You can ask me. I will never say no. Okay. I will never ask you opposite question. You tell me this, then I will tell you this. There will be no such type of conflicts. Any simple doubts are there? Feel free to type. One question is there. Please explain SQL Server agent again. Agent is basically, remember, another service actually, which is for automation. Generally, remember, as a DBA, we have to implement or we have to schedule some DBA activities, right? Like taking backups, right? Reindexing related activities. Those activities, what we'll do, we'll create here jobs actually for those activities, and we'll set the time, we'll schedule it. Accordingly, the agent service will run the job. For example, daily night 3 o'clock, backup should be generated. Okay, so I will create a job here. I will set that time. Okay, so night 3 o'clock, let's say as a DBA, I'm sleeping, but my agent service will run the job, means backup is generated. Okay, suppose tomorrow, let's say backup failed. So we'll troubleshoot it. As a DBA, we have to troubleshoot. It is clear, right, Varun? We'll see later more also. Just remember, agent is for automation purpose. Yes, thank you very much. Sai is asking one question. When we need to install again means, yeah, we'll create one default instance we have seen per machine. We can have 49 named instances per machine. Okay, right. Any other questions are there, Jyoti? I think Nivet Kumar has joined today. If any questions are there, you can ask. Anyhow, our team will share you the previous recordings. No need to worry, Nivet. Okay. So even I will provide my WhatsApp number also. So if any queries are there, any doubts are there, you can send me WhatsApp message. Okay. No need to worry. Already have like granted permission to you in itschool.com. So I will show you at the end of the class how to access the videos and materials. Okay, so you can daily watch the videos. Okay, so whenever you are free. Okay, yeah, let's we continue. 1 second. All these are see like very important points what I am explaining. If any simple doubts are there, simple queries are there, always feel free to ask the doubts. Okay, don't hesitate. Right. Okay, let's we continue. Yeah, very important points here before going to install SQL Server. Already have said, I will show you once again how to install SQL Server, how we are installing SQL Server in real time. What is the complete process is there, I will show you. Okay, so after this slide we'll discuss yeah, very important slide, this one, like we'll see instance summary. We'll see instance summary, what its meaning. Instance summary, what its meaning. In general, remember, Yeah, already we know whenever we install SQL Server one time, we are calling it as one instance, first point. Okay, next point, remember, every instance has, or we can say every SQL Server instance has these four major components. Along with these four, we'll see some other components are there. Later we'll see. So we'll discuss that. Okay, later. Right. So okay. Check here. Like first ones here already we know. Every instance has every instance has here like its own services here, right? See, any server, remember, it may be SQL Server or Oracle Server or MySQL, any server, remember, in the background, it is a collection of services. Services, okay? So, server is running means what? Server is running means what? Service is running. Very simple, right? Server is running or not, how you can check. Just now I have shown you. We can go to services.msc. You can see the respective SQL Server service is running or not. Okay, right, right. So that's remember sometimes what we'll get. Sometimes we'll get automatically some SMS or some alerts that server is down. Okay, so what you can do? Immediately you can connect to the server. You can see the SQL Server service is running or not running. Then you can take the screenshot and you can send the mail to our team member. There is no issue with the server. Server is up and running. Okay. If you are in the on call, for example, if it is in non office hours. Okay. Check here like, yeah, see here that is the services are there. Yeah, generally we'll take the screenshot of this one server. For example, after connecting, uh, just you can expand like this, take the screenshot, right? Yes. So you can say that the server is running. Just highlight this and send in the email that server is running fine, working fine. Okay, right. Okay, check here. Every instance, whenever we install SQL Server, every instance has here its own services here. Already we have discussed two main services we have seen, SQL Server and SQL Server Agent, right? Yes, SQL Server is our main service. SQL Server agent is for what purpose? For automation. Okay, right. Yes. So next one's here. Every instance has its own. We have seen these services. We can check from services.msc. Already have shown you like services.msc. Okay. Uh, Click somewhere, press yes. You can see here services, right? Yes, so many other options are also there. We'll see. As well as here, we can check the services of this particular instance by running the query also. Here, simple query also. Select star from sys.dm underscore server services. Here, simple command is it to check the services. Just select the command always execute. See here, same it is showing SQL Server, SQL Server agent. See here, two services, right? SQL Server in bracket MS SQL Server 03 it is showing and SQL Server agent, two services. Like this here, by using the command, we can check as well as from services.msc, we can check. Okay. Then sir, every instance has its own folders. In general, remember, whenever we install SQL Server, in the background, automatically some folders are created. Check here. We can check here. Right click on the server name, properties, root directory. See here, root directory. Copy this path. Okay. Yeah. Go to run. Paste here. Okay. Check here. So it has here its own folders. Actually, see here the service name is what? Instance name is MS SQL Server 03, right? MS SQL Server 03. Under that MS SQL. Under that here some subfolders are there. These are automatically created. Once again, remember, uh, yeah, how many folders are created exactly? Okay, so it depends on what features we are selecting at the time of installation. Okay, suppose let's say if I go with basic installation, we have 6 folders, right? Yes. If I go with custom installation, anyhow, I will show you after this, right? So today we'll see custom installation. In case of custom installation, remember, we have 8 folders. Means if I select some other services like replication, full text filter, 2 more folders are created. In general, we have 8 subfolders. In general, here we have 8 subfolders. Okay, right. So that is like a backup is there here. This is the default folder for backups. Default folder for backups means what? Whenever we take backup of database, okay, so by without mentioning the complete path, without mentioning the complete path, by default backups are generated here. We'll see later, backups are there to provide security. Later we'll discuss. Just check here. Let's say I'm taking backup of database just for testing purpose. Forget about backup. Just remember backup is nothing but extra copy. Copy. Okay. Yeah. Backup. Yeah. Database. Some database name to disk is equal to C. Directly I'm mentioning the file names here. This is MSDB is one of our system database. Okay. This database backup I want to take into this folder I am saying. Sorry, this file I am saying. But this file is created in which folder, right? Complete path is not there. That's why by default this file this is created in what? Backup folder. Just run the command success. Go to this path, open folder. Okay, see msdb.back. Just now it is created. Actually, all we have said, I am right now I am in UAE. This is my local time. Okay, right. In India, it is 7:37 in India. So here, see, it is yeah, 1.5 hours back. Yes, check here like this here, like this see, backup is what? Default folder for backups. Okay, then next one say like bin and install. These are called software folders. Means what? To run all these queries. So we have some exe and dll files are there in bin folder, binaries folder. Okay. Generally, here we are not going to work with this folder. Okay, right. Install folder has some installation scripts. Actually, we are not working regularly. Later we'll see. But one point we have to understand. Suppose let's say I will uninstall SQL Server. Okay, I will uninstall SQL Server. See, whenever we uninstall SQL Server, only these two folders are deleted. Only these two folders are deleted. Okay, so remaining folders remain same, right? Why? Because backups are required for us, database files are required for us, right? So that's why, remember, these two folders are deleted automatically. No, by default it is set here, backup folder, but we can customize. Remember, all these folders we can customize actually. No need that compulsory we have to use these folders. Okay, but bin and install we are not going to customize. We'll use same folders. Okay, right. So then in the same way, sometimes remember, let's say tomorrow once you enter in the organization, let's say you have entered into some organization, you have seen that let's say you have taken right, let's say you are checking by taking properties root directory. In that path, let's the same path, right? Root directory. In that path, let's say if you see only two folders, sometimes remember, you can see only these two folders sometimes. Don't immediately call me. Don't say that, sir, you said 6 folders or 8 folders, but in my company, we have only 2 folders. What I am saying indirectly, at the beginning, we have seen SQL Server supports standalone installation and cluster installation. Okay. If it is standalone installation, we have these 6 or 8 folders. If it is cluster installation, if it is a clustered instance, we'll see again, only we have 2 subfolders. Okay. Just remember, if you see only 2 subfolders, it's meaning that it is a clustered instance. In cluster means, remember, a group of servers. Group of servers means what? In each server we have only SQL Server binaries are there. Here see bin install, remaining folders are created in the storage. Okay, maybe now confusion may be there, that's why I'm not going in detail. Just remember, if it is a clustered instance, we can see only bin and install folders, right? Where are the remaining folders? Remaining folders are there in the storage area network. For example, only bin install are there in the nodes, okay, servers, but remaining 6 folders, 1 copy is there here in the sandbox. Okay, we'll see later. I don't want to make you confused right now. Okay, we'll see anyhow. Practically, I will show you clustering concept. Okay, these are like next another important folder is a data folder. Data folder consists of your database files. Means what? Whenever we create a new database, whenever we restore a database, by default, database files are created in data folder. Okay. Default path. Check here one time. Right click on databases, new database. Any database, let's say I'm saying students DB, any database name. Say OK. Database is created successfully. Check here, students DB. Now, if I go to this data folder, here see we can see students data file, students underscore log. This is our log file. See here, 2 files are there, right? Check here, right? Students, this is our first one is data file. This is our log file. Okay. So that is like by default, remember, we'll see database architecture, we'll see in detail. By default, remember, in SQL Server, every database has two files, data file and transaction log file. Okay, we'll see later in detail. Just check here. I think in Oracle, if you see, we have redo log files are there. In MySQL, we have bin logs are there, like this here. Here we have transaction logs. Okay, but remember, like, what is the best practice in real time? In real time, remember, always it is best practice to maintain data files in OneDrive, log files in OneDrive. Okay. Generally, remember, while installation itself, we can customize, or after the installation also we can customize. We'll see later. I will show you. Okay, right. That is the default folder for database files is what? Data folder. Then jobs folder is there, which maintains where the jobs and maintenance plans are created. We are not using regularly. Log folder is there, very, very important folder. Okay, all the error logs are there in this folder. Check here, open the folder. Okay, check here, error log. See, very, very important point. If somebody are working with Oracle, in Oracle we have alert log, right? Alert log. Here we have error log. Okay, means what? Tomorrow, suppose let's say yesterday night backup fail. Okay, log shipping fail, mirroring is not working. Okay, so database is not coming online. If I start SQL Server is not started successfully. What is the reason? Why SQL Server is not starting? Why backup fail? Why log shipping fail? Why mirroring fail? Why always on fail? We have to check in the error log. Clear, right? So even your friend is DBA. Suppose tomorrow backup fail, you are calling to your friend, my database backup fail. What he will say? He don't know, right? For backup failure, we have almost all 20 reasons are there. So that's why remember what I'm saying indirectly. Anything happen in SQL Server, first step is checking the error log. Okay, check here, right click on this error log, open with notepad. Okay, yes, check here. See, server was restarted here today, just we have restarted at this time today. All the, actually remember name is error log, but it will write the information also. This file has 10% information, 100% errors, error details. Okay, right. Okay, check here, like step by step it has recorded here. What time server was started, how much RAM is there in this machine. For example, 16 GB RAM is there in my machine. So how many sockets are there, how many cores are there, complete step by step it has recorded here. Server startup events also recorded here, right? Okay, already we have seen always our SQL Server is started with the help of master database. Why? Because all the server level settings are there in master. So our SQL Server engine will go to master. By reading the settings, it will start. Okay, check here, all the steps are there. Suppose let's say if tomorrow, if any year, see, even just now have taken backup of database, it was success, right? Uh, yeah, that information is also recorded here. For example, let's say backup fail. I am saying MSDB 99. Actually, this is not correct database name. Okay, let me run backup failed. See here, very clear message is there, does not exist, right? Yes, let me open error log. Okay, go to last. See, very clear message it has recorded. Okay, error number something, backup fail, like this. Don't concentrate on this. What is this error number? Just we have to understand anything happen in SQL Server. First step is what? Checking the error log. SQL Server will write very clear message into error log. Okay, so depends on that error message, we can plan for troubleshooting. Already we know our regular job is troubleshooting, right? Yes, means what? Indirectly we have to understand compulsory, regularly we have to work with error logs. Clear, right? Yes. So error logs are there, sir, in this folder, error log. Actually, we have so many other logs are also there. We'll talk about this in module 2. This is called current error log. Currently, SQL Server is writing the events into this log. See, even if we try to delete this log, it will not accept. See here, it is saying that SQL Server is using this log. But these are archive logs or old logs. We'll see later. I don't want to make you confused. Just remember, log folder consists of what? Error logs. Okay, these are see. Generally, we have some other folders also like REPL data. If you are installing replication feature, full text filter, some two more folders are created. If you install with complete features, total features. Yeah, any questions are there here? Understood, right? What is the purpose of error log? All the people. Purpose of error log, right? Which is compulsory for us, which we are working with regularly. Okay, right. Any questions are there? Any simple doubts are there? In the middle also you can type. No need to worry. But while typing the question, select to everyone. Don't send privately. Means everyone can see the questions. How to rectify error log? No, rectify error log. No, rectify the error, right? You are saying, sorry, not rectifying the error log. Rectify the error. How to troubleshoot the error? You are asking, I think. Right, sir? Sorry. Yeah, clear the error or rectify or troubleshoot. That we'll see clearing the errors. Means depends on the reason we have to troubleshoot. Okay, right. Now I can show you how to troubleshoot. Now we'll get confusion. Okay, right. Okay, these are see every instance has its own folders. Okay, and see every instance has its own system databases. See, very important. Every instance has its own system databases. By default, here, whenever we install SQL Server, automatically 5 system databases are created. Whenever we install SQL Server, automatically in the background, 5 system databases are created. Okay, actually in some other RDBMS products also we have like system databases, like system table spaces are there in Oracle, right? System, sysogs, undo, redo, something are there, right? So here also we have uh, system in the same way in MySQL also we have some system databases, right? 4 system databases, but here we have 5 system databases where the metadata is maintained. Okay, where the metadata is maintained. Right, just one point we'll see now. Later we'll see in module 3 in detail. Check here first one, master database. Master database maintains all the server level settings. Okay, all the server level settings or instance settings are there in master, and it is a startup database of SQL Server. Okay, startup database means what? Whenever we start SQL Server will go to master. It will read the parameters, then it is started, server is started. Means indirectly we have to understand tomorrow if master database is corrupted, server cannot be started. We'll see how to troubleshoot the problem. Right. Yeah, yes, Srikant, it is available. I will show you. Next one's here. Second one's here, MSDB database. MSDB database. MSDB database maintains automation information. We have seen whenever we schedule the jobs alerts, okay, automation information is there in which database? MSDB database. Actually, we have seen automation is implemented by which service? Agent service, right? But how agent know when the backup should be generated, okay, when this job should be executed? For that purpose here, agent service uses which database? MSDB database. Okay, just one point. I'm not going in detail, just very briefly. Later, anyhow, in module 3, we'll discuss in detail. Next one, say like we have model database is it. Model database is a template for new databases. Template for new databases. Means what? Whenever we create a new database, the new database is created with the same settings of model database. Okay. For example, check here. We are not working regularly, but just we have to understand. See here, model database, it is properties, files. See, data file size is 8 MB, log file size also 8 MB. Just I will change here data file size to 800 MB just for testing purpose. Okay. Now see here, whenever we create a new database, it is created with the same size here. Thus, remember, model is a template for new databases. One question is there any full form of MSDB? There is no full form. We can say Microsoft scheduling database. Okay. Schedules are there, right? All the schedules are there in MSDB. Right. Next one here, model database is template. We are not working regularly as a DBA. Right. Next one, say like TempDB database is there, which maintains all the temporary objects here. TempDB maintains what? All the temporary objects. Like temp table space is there in Oracle. Here we have TempDB database. Right? Yes. I mean, generally remember as our developers, what they will do? They will write the business logic, right? Developers like stored procedures, functions, triggers, business logic they will write. In the business logic, remember, they will create temporary tables, they will create cursors to implement the business logic. All these, remember, temporary tables, cursors, table variables, all these are maintained in the TempDB database. And once again, remember, whenever, let's say, just for easy understanding, suppose one user is running the query, select star from employees, order by salary DESC. descending order. Just remember, first data is copied into TempDB. Here sorting is done. Sorting. Once the result is sent to the user, automatically the data is cleared from TempDB. Just remember, it is a processing area actually for SQL Server. Generally, our OS will process by taking data on RAM, right? Same thing here, we have TempDB. Means what? Whenever we restart SQL Server, TempDB is cleared automatically, right? Flush out. Data is flush out from TempDB. Okay, a resource database is there, which is a hidden database actually. So this resource database was introduced in 2005 version, first time. Okay, which is a hidden database, and this is for patching purpose. We'll see later. See, it is not displayed here, but if I go to this root directory, here see we have bin folder. Here we have two files are there here related to resource database. MS SQL system resource. This is log file. This is data file. These files are related to a resource database. See, database actually internally SQL engine is using these files. See, if we try to delete, it is saying that you can't delete. SQL Server is using these files. We'll see later in module 3 once again why it is hidden in detail. We'll see. These are like 5 system databases here. Whenever we install SQL Server, automatically these 5 system databases are created. See, as a DBA, we are working with master database. We are working with MSDB database. And we will work with TempDB database also frequently. Why? Because sometimes, let's say, TempDB size will increase. Okay. Suppose, see, tomorrow TempDB is full, right? So 90% transactions will fail. Means TempDB is full means indirectly we can understand like systems RAM is full. Applications become slow, right? You have to kill some of the applications. Same thing we have TempDB. We'll talk about this in detail in module 3. Very, very important for us. Then every instance has error logs already we have discussed in log folder. Okay, which is basically for troubleshooting purpose. We'll talk about these error logs also in detail later. Okay, next in the tomorrow's session, we'll see system requirements, we'll see. Then we'll see how to install SQL Server. What is the complete process is there to start installation in real time. I will show you that process also along with the installation. Okay, I will make one fresh machine ready with VMware, anything with Hyper-V something. So in that, I will show you installation in a fresh machine. But remember, you can install in your laptop. No need to create the install VMware right now. Later, you can install while discussing clustering always on concepts. We need the multiple machines actually. At that time, you can install. Right now, no need. Okay, but I want to show you how we are going with the installation in real time. That's why I will create a fresh machine with all the best practices, what Microsoft is recommending. Then I will show you installation. Okay, right.